Okay, we got Mage Power. We're going to use my favorite deck, the Mage Tarot deck. And we've got Taboo. Put some Taboo on. And Fox News is playing in the background if you hear it. The birdie's watching TV. Okay, now on the floor, we have somebody's out of balance. And they're not using their Mage Power because the balance card flew on the floor. And this was part of the overall energy. I picked the cards, but I didn't look at them. Okay, so we've got somebody still doing the matrix thing. All right, so somebody needs to get more balanced in their magic, or let their magic power, their mage power take over. Somebody's too much in the matrix. That's my matrix card. Okay, so let's find out a little bit more about this. We've got the Six of Swords. Yeah, you want to break free. You want to break free, but you're not balanced enough. You're still in the matrix. The truth, it's coming out, but you're so confused with the truth that's coming out because you hear so many different opinions. So you're falling backwards and you're falling back into the matrix. So we've got to get balanced somehow. We got to move forward with the truth, but we can't let it pull you backwards. Okay? Because you want your 10 of Pentacles. Okay, you want your 10 of Pentacles, but all you're feeling is anxiety. So that's the energy right now, you guys. That's the main energy. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and continue on with the second pile. The second pile talks about love. So let's see what the love says. Remember, I said you're not going to find your mission partner. You're not going to find your twin flame soulmate, whatever you're getting in your assignment, if you're unbalanced. And if they're pulling you back into the matrix because there's too much information coming out, then that's where the problem lies. We've got to ascend. We've got to go higher. Grand Rising, Soul Star of the Violet Flame. Okay, so if we want to rise above, we can't let the matrix back us up. Now, I said I had Fox News on for the bird. Well, the bird likes to watch TV. I'm not in there watching it. I'm doing this. So that's an example of how you can still live in the world, but you're wearing it like a loose garment and you're not of the world. Now, if I'm supposed to catch something, I'll catch it. Okay, so let's hear about the lovers. The lover says, justice is coming for the lovers. You're going to get a balanced person that is into truth like you. Okay? Nine of Cups. You're going towards your Nine of Cups, your wishes and your desires. Good news in the love department. And there's the name of the title, the Mage Power. Okay? So that's perfect. So in the love department, we've got the lovers, justice, Nine of Cups, and the Mage Power. It don't get better than that, does it? Okay? So we talked about you being unbalanced and why. We talked about the lovers, okay? So we got to use more of our powers. Underneath the mage is challenges, okay? The Five of Swords. So with the challenges, instead of it letting you go backwards, let it make you go forward. Even if it means a delay in the outcome. I've been delayed a lot because of all different reasons. It's okay. I'm still good. Okay, We got the Knight of Pattern. This is what you're supposed to do in the future. You're supposed to keep rolling, maybe even buy a motorcycle for some of you. That's what I heard. Okay, if that was one of your dreams, go ahead and do it. Okay, so you got the Knight of Pentacles. You want to keep going towards your abundance. I'm drawn to the no helmet. Free spirit. The Death card. Well, no helmet could bring about death. I remember once we told one of our tenants that he should wear a helmet, and he didn't listen, and him and his girlfriend went off the road, and he did die because of no helmet. So maybe that's what I'm supposed to tell you. Be a free spirit, but be safe doing it. Okay, we've got the Death card. So I do feel a physical death here. That's why I got my tenant that I brought up. I do feel a physical death. I'm also drawn again to his hand where he pulls over the curtain and he sees a desolate city, but yet he's holding his mission partner's hand. And I'm also getting the feeling of, look how they're dressed. Okay, while all the calamity is going on here, they're safe in here, and they're all dressed up and they're at a party with a big rose. So that's got to mean something too. Now I'm getting a couple different energies right now. One is don't be ignorant to what's going on. Don't put your head in the sand. Remember that I said somebody's unbalanced, too much in the matrix. Well, if you're in a tuxedo and you're watching with your hand over here the desolation of the city, and you're just ignoring it, and you're being ho-ho-hum in your high society world, well, that's the warning here. Maybe you need to get your head out of your ass. It's what I heard. You're thinking that this success, this money thing is just your number one, right? As long as you have money, love, and high society, you're okay. But that's actually making you unbalanced and too much in the matrix. Okay? The Five of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. It's making you think that this Ten of Pentacles, this partying, this luscious life of yours, yeah. Okay, now some of you aren't physically doing that, but you're doing that in your head. So that's get your head out of the ass card. Okay, and then we're going to go right to the other pentacle. So we've got all pentacles in your future. That's what's holding you back right now. You're either thinking too much about money, you're doing stuff too much about money, something to do with your abundance and money. It's really got you out of balance. Really got you out of balance. So we're just going to leave that there because that was Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Death card. And you heard what I was drawn to when I saw the Death card. Okay. I'm also hearing overdose. So that could be the death that I'm hearing, that somebody's going to have too much wine, too much drugs. And a few weeks back, I told you about a tower coming for people that weren't arresting their addictions. Well, the tower, I believe, is going to be a lot of overdoses. So, unfortunately, now we've got the Four of Pentacles, and I also just showed you the Five of Pentacles. So this is the matrix, and this is the being an astral, okay? So that's where that balance has to come in. Either you're too much in the matrix or you're too much in the clouds, and it's got to get balanced. That's very clear. 10 of Wands. So you've got to do what I just got done saying. You've got to have balance. I know I keep repeating myself, but you're in a prison. Your mind is in a prison, and your body could be too if you're in that stage of where I was talking about addictions. But it's really serious because a lot of you think that you have tomorrow and you don't. How many people know people that have overdosed? They didn't wake up in the morning, brush their teeth or not, and say, I'm going to die today of having too much fentanyl. Okay, so somebody with this in the death card, I'm getting a big energy of if you don't balance out, quit doing what you're doing. Got to be courageous, got to be daring, the Two of Wands. Now, don't forget, this doesn't have to be drugs. It's just what I'm getting. It could be overeating. It could be driving too fast. It could be not wearing a helmet on your motorcycle. Your life is your life. The energy is just the energy. So with whatever you're out of balance with, that's what the big warning is here. Okay? So if you're courageous and daring, and you stay on your quest of truth and knowledge. Now you got the page and the knight of questing. That's my cue cards. That's really important. This quest you're on, you have to be courageous and daring. And if you're just going to sit in your box, in your matrix box, you're in for some trouble. I can feel it. Okay, we're going to continue on. You really do have everything you need. Here's the Queen of Pentacles, but you have to do it. Nobody can do it for you. And then there's the Ace of Q. So everything I just said, this is also the Queen, the Ace of Wands. So I'm getting an in and out energy. It's like, hold 1 minute. Okay, now I had to go in and out. So that's the in and out energy. I had to check on some noises from the cat. So that's what I'm saying. It's an in and out energy. 1 minute, everything's fine. The next minute, you got a cat jumping on something, knocking it over. Believe it or not, the cat knocked over the bird cage this morning, and I've been up since 3 a.m. So 1 minute I'm sleeping in astro, the next minute I'm up because the cat knocked over the bird cage. Normally, I don't have the cat in with the bird, but I changed the rooms around, and I thought I would try it, and good thing the cage was locked, of course. But I should have known better, but I tried it, and at least I knew that the cage fell over, that I would hear it. I'd be able to remedy the situation right away. So I kind of like had my backup plan. I played it out in my head, and I'm giving you that analogy because that's what this energy is. It's like, can you play some stuff out in your head? If I do this, this might happen. And they don't want you to say this will happen, but they're saying it might happen. So if I don't wear a helmet on my motorcycle, maybe I'll get in an accident, hit my head, and die. Maybe if I check into recovery, I can get rid of my addiction, etc. You can kind of play it out in your head, but you don't want to play it out the result, because then you're putting the end result in there, and we don't want to do that. Okay. Then we have the Queen. We have another Queen. So we have the Queen of Pattern and the Queen of Questing. And you heard me call this the Queen of Questing before I pulled it out. So this is very important because we have a Queen of Pentacles. You have everything you need. We have a Queen of Wands. You have all the creativity and the ego and the passion, right? To do this in and out energy job. Okay. And what I'm getting from that is that it's in and out, okay? Just like I was in Astro, the bird cage got knocked over, and I immediately came out of Astro and went to 4D and helped the birdie holy, right? So that's what I'm talking about. It's in and out energy. 1 minute you're alive, the next minute you're overdosed. 1 minute you're having a great time at the party, and the next minute the whole city just blew up. Okay? That's the kind of energy I'm getting. Okay? And then we have the Queen of Cups. So 3 queens in a row, along with the Strength card and the 10 of Cups again. Confirmation. So you have to have strength and stay in the Queen of Cups energy and the 10 of Cups energy, which is the fantasy energy, is what I like to call it, because the 10 of Cups is all about love and happiness. But I'm drawn to how they're tied up here. She has him tied up, and the devil has her in lust. Very important. Somebody might have a sex addiction. Somebody might be tied to codependency. This card here kind of says it all. Lust and codependency. We're getting a lot. I'm trying to make it happy reading, but it's coming out pretty harsh. Okay, so you've got to have the strength to overcome this. All right. And then how do you do that? I told you earlier to be in balance and be all about love, not lust. Okay, then we have a few more cards here. What's our warning? Our warning and our future advice is we have to walk away from what's not serving us. So you notice I didn't say walk away from the past. I said walk away from what's not serving us. So what's not serving you right now? There's another motorcycle, and that's my 6 of Wands. Okay, so what's not serving you? Maybe you need to get that motorcycle and change your whole life, or opposite, you need to put the motorcycle away and change your whole life. But what I'm getting here is you had faith in something. Here's a faith candle, and then here's the smoke shooting up to the other dimensions. You see the other lines? So you have something planned, and you have a lot of stuff that's not serving you. So you need to get rid of it and put in the stuff that is going to serve you. So take it however you want it. If you have a house with a pool and you never go swimming, why don't you sell that house and get a house that you have something that you're going to use? Let's say you like a gym. So get rid of the pool and put in a gym. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Okay, that was my ringtone, Bohemian Rhapsody. So that will be our song today that I'll put on for the first song for April's playlist, and maybe even do a short later. That was a great movie, as I said in a previous video. So we're leaving the things that don't serve us. Did you hear what he said? Is this the real life, or is this just fantasy? That fits in perfect with this reading. So that's what this is saying. It's saying, is this the real life? Walk away from what doesn't serve you and put in what does. Faith candles, smoke going to the other dimensions. You know what's going to fit in there because you're writing it in your soul contract. I just heard you're part of the Akashic Records class, and your hard work is paying off. And look at, there he is. He's signing his, I didn't see that card first. Isn't that cool? That's your soul contract that you were writing, the 8 of Pentacles. And that's what's going on. So you're taking your soul contract from the other dimensions that you just wrote out, and you're bringing them into the real life. Or is this just astro? No, this is real. Okay, you went within. This card was in astro last night. I remember it because they said we need to use our Mage Power. and that's why they wanted the Mage card for the title. They wanted my picture on the title because I am Miss Mystic, and you have to go within to do this. So when you're in Astro, you're doing that soul contract. It's awesome. You're doing your 8 of Pentacles, and it's about to pay off. As long as you take the warning from the beginning about being too matrixed, being unbalanced, right? Okay, great, great, great. Now, the next cards here, we got the Page of Swords, the World, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Emperor. So that's absolutely perfect, right? We've got the truth is coming out. You just can't fall backwards. You're on your world mission, the World card. Everything's changing. Which way are you going to go? Remember that? Which way did he go? Which way did he go? Are you going to go up or down? And use your Emperor power. So female or male, use your man power. Use your masculine power. And the last 3 cards, incoming lies and deceptions that want to make you unhealed. Okay, so kind of the whole reading, what I just said is it's incoming, and it's incoming fast. Okay, that's our 8 of Wands, right? With our 7 of Swords and our 4 of Swords. So we got lots of deception because they want you unhealed. So you can either go up or down. You're kind of at a turning point at the second. Are you going to go up with the news you're going to hear? The lies and the deceptions are coming to the surface. Are you going to go up with it or down with it? You going to stay in the matrix, or you going to stay in the high level? Now you can have a motorcycle, you can have a vehicle, you can have, your things that you like, but they've got to be helping you ascend. So while you're on your motorcycle, while you're in your gym, you're listening to stuff like Miss Mystic, not stuff that's going to take you into the matrix more. Okay, so what an awesome reading. Awesome reading, you guys. Wonderful, wonderful. A lot in there. I want to thank you for listening. I am Miss Mystic.